Hey friends, good morning. This is Abhishek from TechVirus, and in this video I'll be showing you the complete review of Huawei Honor 6 Plus. I've purchased this phone from Flipkart.com 3 days before, and I've been using this phone from 3 days. If you want to see my unboxing video, you can click the link which is mentioned on the top left, or you can check the link in the bottom description. So in this video today I'll be taking you through all these things which I've mentioned on top left hand side of the screen. That is how phone is built, how is the display quality, how is the call quality, how is the camera, how is the gaming performance, how is the battery performance, and at the last I'll talk about some of the drawbacks of this phone. To start with the first topic, that's the build quality. I can definitely say the build quality of this phone is really good. They have used high quality plastics and metals, and if I'll zoom the camera on back panel, they have designed net kind of styling on back panel, and we have dual 8.0 megapixel camera and LED flash. You can see there are some bubbles here, so this is because the scratch cover has not been put properly. Okay, at bottom left you can see this is the speaker, and if I show you bottom of the phone, it has microphone and micro USB port. On right hand side we have two slots, one is for micro SIM and one is for micro SD card, and you can use 2G, 3G or 4G micro SIM in this phone, and you can use up to 128 GB of micro SD card. Now we have two buttons here, one is volume rocker and power button, and the reachability of these two buttons are very good. We can easily use it by one hand. On top panel of this phone we have three things. First one is noise cancellation microphone, then we have infrared port which can be used to control your TV and other appliances, and then we have 3.5 mm audio jack. To talk about the weight of this phone is definitely heavier than its predecessor Honor 6, because the battery size has also increased from 3000 to 3600 mAh, and they have used metal strips on both the sides. Overall, I am very much satisfied with the build quality of this phone, and I give 10 out of 10 in this segment. So let's proceed to the next topic, that is call quality. I've been using this phone from past 3 days, and I have made multiple calls on 2G, 3G and 4G network, and in all the network modes this phone was working fantastic. In-ear speakers are good. The microphone, they have provided noise cancellation microphone, so there will be no problem for the other person to hear what you are speaking over the phone, and the loudspeakers are quite loud, and you can use 3.5 mm jack to make calls using any other headphone. So I have tried Sennheiser headphone and it's working fantastic with it. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me switch off my Wi-Fi and show you how is the network signal coming. I'm on 4G network, and you can see I'm getting quite good 4G network. I'm indoor, and then also I'm getting 4 bars. So that means like the network reception of this phone is quite good. Let's move to the next topic, that is display quality. This phone has 5.5-inch Full HD display, and pixel density is of 400 dpi. Brightness of this phone is quite good. You cannot keep it at 100% indoor as it would be too bright, but when you are outdoors you have to keep it at 100%, because in bright sunlight you will not be able to see everything. So you can see that this is IPS panel, and the viewing angle is quite good. So from any side, if you see it, the screen does not go black and does not fade its color. Color is quite vibrant, and touch is also very smooth. You can see it's quite smooth. When you work on this phone you won't feel any lag or delay in response while typing any message. Also, we do not have any capacitive buttons here. You can see all three buttons are on the screen, like back button, home button and multi application button. If they would have given capacitive buttons here, overall screen size would have increased, but these buttons are quite good and they work without any issues. Okay, let's move to the next topic, that is backup performance. So now you can see on my phone I have approximately 76% battery left. So let me show you like how much I have used this phone after my last charge. So I go to settings and then battery, and here you can see like I have been using this phone from 6 hours 9 minutes and 30 seconds on battery. You can see that I was using this phone very moderately. I have not played any game, I have not played any HD video or any other thing. But to mention that, I'm using my corporate email, my Gmail, two accounts, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and of course WhatsApp. So if I use in this way, like I'll get approximately 20 to 22 hours of backup. And if you play heavy games, watch SD videos, and do heavy surfing, then you will get approximately 12 to 14 hours of backup. So I'm quite satisfied with 3600 mAh of battery. Let's move to the next topic. That is phone's performance. As we know that this phone has two quad-core processor, one is Cortex A15 and another is Cortex A7. Both are clocked at 1.8 and 1.6 GHz respectively. It has GPU called Mali T628 MP4. So overall performance of this phone is quite smooth. Let me show you one game and show you how is the gaming performance of this phone. Let me open Asphalt 8. Let's see how much time does it take to load this game, as we know that it has 3 GB of RAM and loading any heavy game is not a big deal for this phone. So you can see it's loading Asphalt 8 Airborne. Okay, so it has loaded the first screen. Let me move to click on next, start race. It's loading the tracks now. Meanwhile, let me tell you one thing, like while playing this game, the phone edges will get a bit hot, like the metal part of the edges, but the back panel will not get hot. So it's quite okay. You can keep your hands below and you are quite comfortable playing these games. Okay, now you can see the game has been loaded completely and you can look at the graphics. Graphics look stunning and there are no lags in playing this Asphalt 8 game. I have played other game like Nova as well on this phone and it doesn't lag at all. Okay, so you can see the handling, the accelerometer, everything works perfectly with this phone. There's no issue with any other sensors as well. So I can say that the gaming performance of this phone is really good. It can play any game and it will not lag at all. Now let's move to the next topic, that is internet connectivity and speed test. To check the speed of internet, I need to download one small software that's called speedtest.net, and I'm on 4G, so it won't take much time to download. And meanwhile I can check like how much time does it take to download any application from Play Store. So speedtest.net, it's approximately 14 MB, and let's see how many seconds it takes. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. That's all. It took 3 seconds to download 14 MB of file. That's really fast. Okay, now let me open this application and show you how is the speed performance of 4G. Okay, let me click on begin test and starting to ping, and now you can see it's 30, 31, 32 Mbps. The 4G speed on this phone is really good. You can see in spite I have 4 bars, I'm getting 32 Mbps. If I'm on 4 bars or complete 5 bars, it can go up to 40 Mbps. Okay, upload speed is not good, it's only 1 Mbps, but that's the problem with Airtel. Alright, so this was the download performance. Now let me check the Wi-Fi strength of this mobile phone. I'll go to shortcut and switch on the Wi-Fi option, and it should connect to my Wi-Fi, that's rootkit. Okay, so it took approximately 2 to 3 seconds to connect to my Wi-Fi. That's quite fast, and I can see on top like Wi-Fi strength is full, and my Wi-Fi router is kept approximately 20 meters in the next room, so there is one wall in between. So Wi-Fi strength or Wi-Fi card on this phone is quite good. I'll quickly play one of my YouTube channel video and show you how is the streaming performance. Okay, it gets connected easily and streams well. I'm using 8 Mbps connection, and you can see on top the signals are consistently full, it's not fluctuating, and I have been using this Wi-Fi connection from 2 days and I have not seen a single drop, like Wi-Fi is never getting disconnected. Okay, so we can say that Wi-Fi card is really good in this phone. Let me open some website and see how quickly it loads. Okay, so let me type in India Times. I'll select indiatimes.com, and you can see it loads complete page so quickly. But this is mobile site. Again, mobile site is also loading quickly on the Chrome browser. So the browsing experience is also good on this phone. There's no lag when you scroll up or down. So in this segment also I'm completely satisfied with Huawei Honor 6 Plus. Let's move to the next topic. This section, what we'll be checking, like we will be checking about how's the audio quality. So I have opened one page in YouTube, and let me play that song and check how's the audio performance. Speaker is quite loud. There's no You can see loudspeaker is quite good, it's clear, don't have distortion at all. Let's talk about the best feature of this phone, that is camera. Front we have 8 megapixel of camera, and back we have dual 8 megapixel of camera with LED flash. Let me open the camera app quickly and show you how is the interface. Okay, now this is very simple interface. You just need to touch and click. You can touch and focus wherever you want and click on photos to click the photograph. The autofocus is quite fast. It doesn't take much time to autofocus. Then we have wide aperture mode. That is one of the best feature of this dual camera phone. When you use wide aperture mode, it will take photos like you are taking photos from your SLR. The depth of field, the blur background, all those things comes on wide aperture mode menu. I cannot show you the demo of wide aperture mode in this video because it's a bit dark here and it does not work with flash. So you should have good bright light to use wide aperture mode. Let me show you the front camera, how it works. Front camera is 8 megapixel and it really takes nice photographs, and it has different modes like beauty mode and other things. Let me show you how the clicked photo looks like. Okay, so you can zoom and check. The photos are really good. Let me tell you about the low light photography performance of this phone. I'm not satisfied with the low light photography of this phone because I get lots of noise when I'm clicking photograph in low light condition. Okay, so let me show you the UI of this phone. It has got multiple options like beauty, panorama, HDR, best photo, watermark, and super night. So when you're using super night option, the photo comes good, but it becomes too whitish, and I personally don't like too whitish photograph. Now here you can see we have resolution starting from 6 megapixel to 13 megapixel. So this camera can take up to 13 megapixel of photograph. Alright, so my overall impression for the camera is like it really takes good photograph in daylight condition, and that too the wide aperture mode. That's really awesome. You need to try that wide aperture mode. Now let me talk about the operating system of this phone. This phone contains Emotion UI 3.0, which is based on KitKat 4.4 version. And let me tell you that the Emotion UI is quite fluidic and all options works flawlessly on this phone. Now it's time to talk about some drawbacks of this phone. So first of all, the email application which is built in is really slow. If you configure your office email, it will delay your mails. Like when you get your mail, it will reflect on your phone after 5 minutes or 10 minutes. That is why I've installed third-party application called Mailwise, and it's working fine. Second drawback of this phone is the charger, because it's taking approximately 4 to 5 hours to charge this phone to 100%. I'm not sure if it is issue with my charger or phone. I'll be going to service center soon and let you guys know like what was the exact issue. Overall, I'm very much satisfied with this phone, and I'll definitely recommend to buy Huawei Honor 6 Plus. So guys, this was my detailed review for Huawei Honor 6 Plus. If you liked my video, do share and subscribe my channel. Have a nice day. Bye bye.